churches have failed on people.
That's right.
So-called black men, you are the lowest state, and you are the greatest thing God ever created.
That's
It's
right.
time for you men to come back in your place, rule this earth like God made it for you to do.
If you not Israel, you ain't no kin to me. If you don't fit the 12, then you my enemy. We are in the land of our captivity. Someday we going home, so you best believe. If you not Israel, you ain't no kin to me. If you don't fit the 12, then you my enemy. We are in the land of our captivity. Someday we going home, so you best believe. Open your eyes, time to awake. We make up the 12 tribes of Israel today. We the real Jews, make no mistakes. They ain't our homeland, they phony, they faking. It ain't about color, it's more about race. God chose a nation to rule in this place. Jacob he loved, Esau he hate. You find that in Malachi 1 and verse 3. The rest, you know, 3. Jerusalem is the motherland, above and it's free. That's Galatians, 4, B-A-N-C. Get it? Got it? Prende? Capiche? If I gotta fast for a couple of weeks just to get the kingdom, then well let it be. I am keeping the laws, I keep every feast, keep every Sabbath, break bread and I drink. Who's ready for Passover 2016? In a month of a bit where we gather in me, there's a whole lot of laughter, we dance and we sing. Unlimited bread 7 days after week, can't wait to see what the elders gon' teach. Pull out my Bible, then pull out my seed, that's the spiritual food. Bon appetit, some say truth hurts, read it and weep. If you ain't tryna hear me, then move up the street. When I exit your city, I dust off my feet, lace up my boots, that's equipped with them clicks. Lift up my voice like a trumpet in the street. You can see my zeal, hear my zeal, all in my speech. See that I'm serious, I don't show no teeth. We are imperial, define it and read. And can I be numbered like sand on the beach? Stop playing.
Where's the black man at that's looking for salvation?
That's
Where's the
right.
strong black man at that's gonna rule his household? Where you at? We're looking for you.
Go ahead. I want to ask y'all a question. What do they teach y'all in school about who you are? In social studies class, when you're in social studies class, what do they teach y'all majority of? Is it black history or white history? It's about white people, right? What about you? Because you in what? You probably high school, right? You and what grade you in, sister? Down here in the red? 6, 8th, 10th grade, in the 8th grade. So you in high school, then in middle school. What they teach you in middle school, white history, right? High school, they teach you white history, right? You got a black history class, right? But the majority of it is what? It's white history. Why do you think they teach us that? Because if you actually understood the history of your people, like you went into slavery on ships, and the people that did that, God calls them your enemies, you would put 1 and 1 together, and you would wake up to who you are as a people. And you wouldn't be doing, our people wouldn't be doing what they do at a young age, where you got people out there shooting and killing, fighting over Jordans. I know y'all see that on Facebook, right? The new Jordans came out, everybody was fighting over those Jordans. You got young brothers wearing skinny pants and showing their butt and stuff. That's why they don't teach you this history, because you might realize that you are an Israelite. And where y'all from? So y'all from America, so-called African Americans, right? God calls you Judah in the Bible. This is your God-given name. What do they call y'all? What do they call y'all? Tell you are in school. They tell you African American, right? And how did we get to this country? By slave ship. So read that again in Deuteronomy 28, because we're reading right now what happened to a people called the Israelites. All right? Read that again.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Now we know Egypt means slavery. And he said you going into slavery again with ships. Now, who else did that happen to as a people? Did it happen to anybody else other than black people? What do you think?
Spanish.
Spanish people too. You're right. Exactly right. You got some notes. That's why they on this sign too. You see the so-called Dominicans, Cubans, the Puerto Ricans. The same thing that happened to them happened to us. We are all the same people from one nation, and God calls us Israelites in the Bible.
That's right.
That's your God-given nationality. So if you know that that's in the Bible, it didn't happen to nobody else. Give me Titus 2. Right. And you are an Israelite, so what are you supposed to do as a young man? What do you think God put you on this earth for? Don't know. What about you, brother, in 10th grade? What's your name? Trayvon, Lord? Trayvon, Jeremiah, Ramiah, Tia. Oh, you got some nice names, all right? You got some nice names. Now, my name is Officer Zakar, all right? Now, so you don't know what God put you on the earth for. What do you think? You don't know either, sister. What do you think God put us on the earth? Because he put you here for a reason. He didn't put you here just to eat, sleep, watch videos, and buy Jordans. Your life is more than that. What do you think, sister?
To get an education and live by his rules.
You right. I'm going to show you what God says. Titus 2.
Titus chapter 2, verse 6. Young men likewise.
Y'all young men, right? 10th grade, 8th grade, and y'all young ladies. I'll read what God says for you too. Young man.
Exhort to be sober-minded.
To be what?
Sober-minded.
So God tells his people, as the Israelites, these young men, y'all need to be sober-minded. What do a lot of the young kids do nowadays? Are they smoking and drinking like crazy? God says to be what?
Sober-minded.
So that's one thing that God is telling you to do. Your purpose on earth. Be sober-minded. Read on.
In all things, showing thyself a pattern of good work.
A pattern of good works. Meaning that one day you're not good, you're just good on this day, then tomorrow I'm back in the principal's office, I'm in detention, but this day I was good. God says show a pattern of good works. Now what's good according to y'all? What y'all think good is? Do your work. What do you think? Not getting in trouble. Obey. Listen. Okay, that's all going to be summed up in what I'm about to read you right here, what God says good is, okay? Read that.
Romans chapter 7 and verse 12. Wherefore the law is holy.
The what?
The law is holy.
Read. Remember that word, the law. Read.
And the commandment holy. And just and good.
What's good?
The law is holy.
The law is good, holy, and holy. So
good work.
You're supposed to show yourself a pattern of good works by keeping the law, statutes, commandments of God. As Israelites, not as African Americans, not as thoughts, not as jump balls, not as pimps, not as basketball players. God said, you an Israelite. You're chosen by God, by me. And this is what I want you to do. Keep my laws. Now, brothers and sisters, what are some of God's laws? That's the question, because God says, y'all told me some stuff about earthly stuff. Listen to your teacher, listen to your mama, do your work. That's good. But God says being good is keeping my laws. What's some good things or some laws that make you good? What are some laws that would make you good in the eyes of God? What do you think, sister? Tia, right? Tia, what do you think it is? Don't take his name in vain. Not to steal. Brother Trayvon, what do you think? You don't know? What do you think, Jeremiah? Pray every night. What's your name, brother?
Luke.
Luke?
Duke.
Duke. Okay, what do you think some good things that God tells young people to do? Because that's what we're talking about now. What is good according to God for young people?
I don't really much know.
You don't know? Let's get that in, give me that in Deuteronomy. I'm going to start with y'all real quick, okay? And then I'm going to make my way to y'all. 22. Deuteronomy 20:25. I'm going to show some good things that God says young women should do. All right? Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman.
Y'all young women, right? Young ladies. Read.
Shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Read on.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
So we're going to start with the bottom half of it. It says a man shouldn't put on a woman's garment. What's a woman's garment, Jeremiah?
Clothes.
Clothes? What kind of clothes that a woman wears?
Dresses.
Dresses. You're right. Like, Trayvon, when you go to the bathroom, if it wasn't no words on there, how would you know which one to go into? What does the woman have on there? Got a dress on. Right. So it says that man shouldn't wear what belongs to women when it's talking about clothing. So, do we see some of our rappers today wearing what women wear?
Yes.
What's their names? Y'all know what's their names, dude?
Young Thug.
Young Thug be wearing a dress. Who else be wearing? Kanye be wearing one. I done see Snoop Dogg put on a dress before. Puff Daddy? And God said what? Read that bottom part. A man should not what?
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
So a man shouldn't be putting on what women wear, which is a what? A dress. That's something good for young men not to do. The reason why I say that is because y'all gonna watch it, y'all gonna see more and more videos come out where they're gonna have rappers wearing dresses, or what else they got, what's that dude, A$AP Rocky? They came out in a long old t-shirt. So it's just a long t-shirt.
Will Smith's son.
Will Smith's son. Hey, what's his name? Jaden Smith?
Yeah.
This is cool. Wear a dress like me. But God said for young brothers, young men and young ladies, a young man that's an Israelite from the tribe of Judah should be wearing what a woman wears. So that's one good thing. Now, we're going to read that top part of the verse again. Read that.
The woman.
It's for Tia and Ramah, right? Read that.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Now, if a woman's if a woman's attire is a dress, what do men wear that women shouldn't be wearing, you think? Boxers? What do you think? What do you think? Shorts? That's one thing. I'm going to tell you what it is. And Ramon, you got them on. What are they? Jeans. Pants. God says young ladies shouldn't be wearing that. You know why? Because God calls y'all princesses in the Bible. Right. You royalty. You should be wearing what they wearing. You should be wearing a royal dress. So you know why? Because when you grow up and you wearing a modest, beautiful looking dress, you won't have these Negroes out here talking about, hey, let me talk to you, little mama. They ain't gonna approach you like that. They're gonna approach you with some respect. How would you approach a lady that's wearing a dress that looks modest and look beautiful? Would you come up to her like Young Thug would? You wouldn't do that, would you? You think twice, like, oh, she ain't like the rest of them. She ain't no thought. She ain't no bussy baby. I'ma marry her one day. That's what God wants young men to do. That's a good thing for young men to do. Y'all understand that? That women ain't supposed to be wearing pants? I'm gonna ask you this question. Common sense question. All right? Common sense question, Jeremiah and Trayvon. Why did God give y'all a zipper? Oh, I think Ramon knows why. I think Ramon knows. She over there laughing. Why, Jeremiah? Why God give you a zipper? I'll make it easy for you. When you go to the restroom and you gotta do number one, you sit down and stand up. God gave you a zipper so you can stand up and use restroom. It makes sense to Trayvon over here because he's thinking about it. Like, yeah, that's right. Ramah, Tia, when y'all go restroom, y'all don't stand up, do y'all? So God didn't give you pants for a zipper. I mean, he didn't give you pants to wear because you don't need a zipper. That's why he gave y'all dresses. Beautiful dresses for y'all to put on.
That's right.
And that's a part of, go back to Titus 2 and 6.
Titus chapter 2, verse 6.
What's your question, brother? You got a question?
This what's your name again? Brent. Gadite.
Ah, okay.
Gadite, brother. And
come over here, Brent, so you listen, and we'll get into showing you how you're an Israelite too, that the so-called Native Americans in the Bible, God calls them Gad.
That's right.
All right, because I'm teaching them, y'all so-called African Americans, right? This right here, Americans named after a man named Amerigo Vespucci.
Right.
They don't teach you that in social studies class at all. I don't know if y'all ever heard of that name before.
Right.
You ever heard that name? So look it up when you go home. It's an Italian navigator named America Vespucci. And that's his name right there. And they call you African American. And he just brought out, you didn't come from Africa, you came from Jerusalem. Because you Israelites, you from the land of Israel.
Right.
You right now, and us too, we ain't no different. We are in the land of our captivity. And my brother Brent, that is from the tribe of Gad, you living in your land, and you're actual, I can't even think, you are in a concentration camp right now, basically. Because you was here before they got here, but they said, we're going to take over your land, and you got to live on concentration camps And if you don't like it, come off of there then and be like us. And call it Thanksgiving and all that stuff. So he's in captivity just like we are as so-called blacks. And they call you Native American Indian. That means that you're native to this land. They call you a white man, American, and then they call you Indian, which means slave. And then they call us American, and then they say we black. What color your pants, Ramah? They black. What color's your skin? So why they call us black then?
Because they want to be like us.
No, not because they want to be like us, because they don't want you to know that you an Israelite.
Right.
That's why. They want to make you think, yeah, I'm black, I'm African American, black power. But not knowing that you the people of God. God called you Judah. God called you Gad. Right? So let's get back on, before I lose the thought, get back to Titus 2 real quick. Some good things. So we know good things is for women to wear what?
Dresses.
Dresses, right. Exactly right. Let's go back to Titus.
Titus chapter 2 verse 6. Young men likewise exhort to be sober-minded.
So it's a good thing for brothers, young brothers, to not be what? There you go. Not be smoking weed, not be getting drunk, not be popping pills, not be doing mollies, not be snorting bath salt. None of that stuff. Read on.
Verse 7. In all things, showing thyself a pattern of good works.
You're supposed to show a pattern, consistency of being good according to what God says. And when somebody says, hey man, why don't you drink with us? Why don't you smoke? No, I'm doing what's good according to God. If you don't like it, bounce up out my circle. Because I'm rolling with God. I'm an Israelite. I'm from the tribe of Judah. I'm from the tribe of Gad. That's who I am. Read on.
In doctrine, showing incorruptness, gravity, sincerity, sound speech, that cannot be condemned.
Read on.
That he that is of the contrary part may be ashamed.
So that's what I was talking about. If somebody sees you doing good according to God, they're like, dang, man, I got to get myself together. Trayvon doing the right thing. Jeremiah, they doing the right thing. I see it's working out for them. They ain't in the principal's office all the time. They ain't in school detention. Ramah ain't out here fighting. Tia ain't out here talking all crazy to other girls. They look like princesses. They wear dresses all the time. According to what you heard right now. How did we get here to America? By slave ships. And God said that happened to who? What people? The Israelites. So what would that make? Y'all four standing right here right now. Israelites.
All praise.
Tia got it. She connected the dots. You're a smart young lady, Tia. We Israelites, so no more should you call yourself what?
Black.
Black. What's another word they call us? African American, colored, Negroes, African or Afro Americans, ballers, pimps, hoes, hustlers, Indians. We don't call ourselves that no more. We got to call ourselves what God calls us, Israelites from the tribe of Judah. And then once you know that's your name, you got to start acting like it.
Right.
A doctor don't say I'm a doctor and then go out and he don't be working on a daggone light pole. He don't do construction, he call himself a doctor. He don't do that. He act like a doctor do. Right? So if you Israelites, the chosen people of God, you got to act like Israelites.
Sure.
Give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6 real quick, and you come back up, Brother Jude. I'm going to show you the reason why I want to hammer this into your head, how special it is to be called this, because God says something about y'all.
Bring it out.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. For thou art an holy people.
Now we still in the same book of Deuteronomy where we read y'all the curses about how we went into slavery on ships and was sold to other people. We in that same book, but we went back some in chapter 7. He's still talking about the same people, but this is what he's going to say about them. Read.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God have chosen thee.
What does it mean, Jeremiah, to be chosen? For example, if I'm playing basketball, well, y'all know y'all be playing basketball, you shoot the ball, who got first, who got second. When you choose somebody out of everybody, what does that mean? Why are you choosing them? For a certain reason. Exactly right. Why? That reason might be what? They the best. They better than everybody. I hit first, I got him first. Because he's the best. So God said, he did what?
The Lord thy God have chosen thee. So he chose us, the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, out of everybody else, because we the best. We the best in everything. Why you think they wouldn't let you read in slavery? Because if you ever read the Bible, if you ever learned something, what you gonna do? You gonna pass them up. They don't want that. They don't want you passing them up. Because then they're gonna have to do what you say. They don't want to do that. Read on. To be a special people. What? To be a special people. So God said, I chose you, and you're special. Read on. Unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. When you're above somebody, like you said, when you're above them, what does that mean? You what? That you better. God said, you are better than what? Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. God said, y'all better than everybody else on the face of the earth.
That's right.
Why is that so important? Because when you go to school in social studies class, they're going to keep teaching you what kind of history? White history. Because they don't want you to know you better than them. You are better than them. That's why they got drugs in our community, cigarettes, music videos everywhere. Got our women looking like, you know what? Got our brothers doing this to them. Because they don't want you to know you better than them. Because when you better, when you know better, you what? You do better, right? Y'all understand that, how special you are? So, Trayvon, what's your nationality according to God in the Bible? What is it? I got to make sure you understand. I don't want to tell you, don't tell you, you don't ask, because you know. You got it. You good. I'm going to come back to you, Trayvon. Jeremiah, what God call us in the Bible? Israelites. Exactly right. And if you are so-called African American, what does God call your tribe name? Judah. That's what he calls you in the Bible. So when you go home, tell your mama, tell your daddy, hey, daddy, I found out today that we Israelites and we from the tribe of Judah. I can't quite explain all of it, but here, look at this flyer. Check this out. And then you go home and you get on that website too and you start reading. Y'all like to read? You like to read, Tia? You don't like to read? What about you, Ramah? Ramah likes to read. What about Trayvon? Trayvon don't like. Jeremiah? Come on. What? Oh man, he don't like to read. Give me Isaiah 34:16. I'm gonna show you what God said about reading. Cause a lot of us don't like to read as a people. And that's why we got a bunch of churches over there where people go and sit down and listen to somebody tell them. If you don't like to read, I can tell you whatever I want to and you'll believe it. That's right. That's why you're in social studies class and you know more about the Protestant Revolution or the Reformation than you do your own history. You know more about, you know more what Jay-Z and Young Thug and what's some of these Kendrick Lamar. You know all, what you listen to right now? Who? Rich Homie. I bet you can quote Rich Homie's song from beginning to end. Because you like to listen, but you don't want to read. So let's see what God says about reading. Read it. But hey, listen, this is another good thing that the young man should do, according to God. Read it. Isaiah chapter 34, verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord. What's the book of the Lord? What's it called? The Bible. So he says, seek ye out of the Bible and do what? And read. And what? And read. So God says that reading the Bible is good for you young men to do. Why? Because you're going to learn who you are. You're going to learn what you got to do to please God.
I got a lawyer to pay.
Y'all understand that?
I got a case on red hand.
Okay, you got to answer the shoe. So y'all understand that? That he says, seek ye out the book to read? Yeah. Give me that, verse 3. Revelation chapter 1, verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth. Blessed is he what? That readeth. When you read, now I know one thing, before I understood who I was, I didn't like reading the Bible either because I thought it was talking about somebody else. But obviously it's talking about who? It's talking about us. Wouldn't you like to read a book that's talking about you? You can learn all your history, what your forefather King David did, what Solomon did, what the mighty man of God did. You get to hear all of that. So, do y'all got any questions? I see y'all looking at the signs. Jeremiah looking at the image of the beast over here. I see Ramah earlier, you were staring at that. Y'all got questions about what Jesus looked like? You ain't got, what about you, Jeremiah? You got questions about what Jesus looked like? What did it say about Jesus in the Bible? He got what hair? He got woolly hair. What color is his skin? It's black. Could you show me that in the Bible? Because you got to be able to prove it.
I know I should.
You got to be able to prove it. Because if you just told me that, I wouldn't believe it. You got to show me that. Where you at, Officer Jude? Show them what God, Jesus, looked like in the Bible. And we're going to show you what he don't look like in the Bible. And remember, what did God say about y'all? He said, you are a what people? You Israelites, but you a special people. And he's going to explain to you why they told you he looked like this and he didn't look like that. He's going to explain why. Come on up here, soldier.
So we're
going to show you what Christ looks like. It's not like
Revelation chapter 1, verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
What does Revelation mean?
Speak up.
It said what it means.
Yeah, it do.
To reveal.
Yeah.
All right. Revelation means to reveal. All right. Read that again.
The revelation of Jesus Christ.
So this is the revealing of Jesus Christ. All right. So you want to know about Jesus Christ? The Bible here got it.
Which God gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass.
So this is the record of Christ, all right? And this is what we're going to show you, because we are the servants. We are the servants. We're not the Spanish Native Americans, because we are God. We are the Israelites, God's chosen people, and He called us His servants. So now, Christ left his image in the Bible, so we can show to you, all right?
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Check this out. Is this woolly? That's long, stringy hair, dog hair. All right, read that again. Go ahead.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So it says Christ had white, woolly hair, lamb hair, sheep hair. That's the hair we have. That's what you have. That's what, there you go. You got it right there. That's what you have. That's what you have. We have woolly hair. So guess what? We're supposed to be liking our hair, not comb our hair. We're destroying our hair. That means you don't like the way God made your hair.
Right.
When you comb it, that means I don't like how God made it.
Right.
You hate that. But you have the same hair as God. Correct?
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
God says Christ's eyes was as a flame of fire. You know what that means? There you go. You're right. It was red because he drank wine. Christ drank wine, so his eyes was red. The white part of his eyes was red because he drank wine. But he was not getting drunk. All right, we're going to show you why.
Genesis chapter 49, verse 12. His eyes shall be red with wine.
All right, there you go. That's the prophecy that says Christ would have red eyes. I mean, the white part of his eyes would be red. All right?
His eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass.
Now look, I'm looking at y'all right now, right? Is your feet the same color as your arms? Your feet, the same color as your arms, right? Is your face, all right? Is your face the same color as your arms? Then that means your feet, your whole body the same color. All right, so read that again.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
So I'm looking at Christ's face and I'm looking at his feet. And his feet was like into what?
Fine brass.
What is the color of brass?
Brown.
Brownish, right? Brown. All right, let's see how brown he was.
As if they burned in a furnace.
So Christ was so dark that it looked like he was burned in a furnace. This image here does not look like it's been, all right? So that's not Christ. That's not Christ. That's how the Bible describes Christ. And guess what? He looked like you, and you.
That's right.
You was made in his image, the Most High God image. Get 14:9. That's it. 14:9. Let me show you what Christ says. Remember, we just read Christ's image, right? So I'm going to show you what Christ says about that.
John chapter 14, verse 9. Jesus said unto him, have I been so long time with you, And yet hast thou not known me, Philip? He that hath seen me hath seen the Father.
You heard what Christ said? Christ says, if you see me, you see my Father, because they look alike. If Christ was a dark-skinned man in the Bible, what is the color of his Father? Same thing, all right? So we look like the Father and the Son.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.